Do you think you're a real alcoholic or just a problem drinker? Do you think AA is the solution to your problems? Do you believe that you can or can't control your actions by using your thoughts? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today I wanted to make a video about a comment that I received over on the Facebook page in response to one of my videos. Now, this guy said, quote, "Good for the problem drinker, but not so for the real alcoholic. Mind over matter is of no use. We would have quit long ago if thinking yourself sober works. Just saying. AA works for countless ex-problem drinkers and real alcoholics. I need not look further. If it's not broke, don't fix it." End quote. Now, there's a basic truth in life, right? Mind over matter. Mind first, matter second. If you can believe, then you can achieve. Now, so many of the greatest thinkers that have died and gone before us have seen and reiterated this truth again and again. Nikos Kazantzakis said, "In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can." Mind over matter, right? Norman Vincent Peale, who wrote one of the first books on positive thinking, said, "Believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy." Mind over matter, again. William James, who is said to be the father of American psychology, said, "Believe that life is worth living and your belief will help to create that fact." Mind first, matter second, right? US President Theodore Roosevelt said, "Believe you can and you're halfway there." Mind over matter. Henry Ford said, "Whether you believe you can do a thing or not, you are right." Mind affecting matter. Lincoln said that the best way to predict your future is to create it. He also said, "Determine that the thing can and shall be done, and we shall find the way." Mind controlling matter. Thomas Edison said, "If we did all the things we are capable of, we would literally astound ourselves." That's mind influencing matter. Now, this guy talks about a real alcoholic. So what is this term, real alcoholic? What is that? Is it a person who drinks every day, all day? Is it a person who drinks spirits and needs to consume it all day, every day? Now, this all goes back to the belief that any kind of alcohol drinking is normal so long as you don't get into trouble with it, so long as you're not doing it and it's not causing problems in your life. Now, some people just love that tag alcoholic. I'm sorry to say that, but it's a fact. They wear it as a badge of honor. They'd never admit to that fact, but it's true. They like playing this victim card, how their misery is much worse than yours, how their backstory, what's happened to them in the past, how it's filled with so much more torment than yours, and how you don't know the meaning of suffering. How can you? You're only a problem drinker, you're not a real alcoholic. Now, I've heard this so many times in the comments of my videos, especially on YouTube. "You're not an alcoholic," they say. And I agree. This is the general gist of the conversation that I hear a lot of the time. And they go on to spout horror stories about how much they drank and what they did when they were drunk, how badly they were treated, how badly other people treated them. And they make sure that everyone knows that they were the real alcoholics. And when you're a real alcoholic, as this guy points out, mind over matter is no use. It doesn't work. He also says, "We would have quit a long time ago if thinking yourself sober works." Now, I'm sorry to tell you this, but thinking yourself sober is the only thing that works. How else are you going to do this? How else are you going to quit drinking? How else are you going to prevent yourself from picking up another glass of whiskey or wine or whatever it is that you're drinking? There's no magic wand that you can wave over somebody who's drinking alcohol and make the alcohol disappear out of their lives. There is no pill that you can take that's going to take away all the craving for the booze. You know, there might be pills that sort of create this block, right? So that you're not getting cravings in the moment. But at what cost? You know, once you stop taking the pills, you go straight back to where you were before the cravings. The side effects alone are not worth taking these pills. You know, what about the long-term damage? Nobody talks about any of that shit. You know, I'll do a video on my opinion about these pills in the future, but for now, I just want to concentrate on this thing of mind over matter. It's the only thing that works. The only way you can stop drinking is to think yourself sober. You know, even if you go to AA for the rest of your life, the only way to prevent yourself from taking another drink is not to do it. And the only way of not to do it is to think about what you're doing first, or what you're not going to do first. And before you take any action or don't take an action, you have to first think. The thought comes first and then the action. That's the way it works. That's the way your body and your brain work. No matter the way you stop, you first have to think that you want to stop, and then you have to plan how you're going to stop. Then you have to think your way through the plan, and then you have to put that plan into practice. And this all takes thought first and action second, mind over matter. Now, the only reason we haven't quit long ago is because we didn't see anything wrong with what we were doing. This is what millions and millions of people are still doing every day around the world now. They're hiding from the truth about what they're doing to themselves, or they're being duped from the truth by other people who have got a vested interest in them drinking and drinking and drinking and keeping on drinking for the rest of their lives. That's the world we live in. Now, this guy says that AA works for countless ex-problem drinkers and real alcoholics. Now, that all depends on your perception of what's working. There's no statistical data that says AA works at all. You know, if you mean it gives people a tool to not put any more alcohol into their mouths, then yeah, for some people I'd say that that does work. But to me, it seems like many people are replacing one addiction with another. You know, they're replacing the alcohol with going to these meetings. Instead of relying on themselves to not put any more alcohol into their bodies, they rely on this outside source, this group, the sponsor, the higher power. Now, I've seen people with AA addictions for life, right? So when you say, if it's not broke, don't fix it, again, it depends on your perspective. Now, it's a much healthier addiction, physically speaking, than drinking alcohol. I'll give it that, right? Going to meetings is much healthier than consuming alcohol. But I'm not sure how healthy it is mentally to be continually surrounding yourself with horror stories, with broken people, with people who keep referring back to the alcohol, referring to themselves as alcoholics, right? For years in advance. I left alcohol behind me the moment I stopped, right? It took a while to deal with my alcohol lifestyle, which is the real problem, by the way. But once I changed how I thought about alcohol, I could change how I live my life. There's that mind over matter thing again, right? Now, I haven't drank a single drop of alcohol in over 3 years after drinking almost every day for 30 years. Now, whether you call me a problem drinker or a real alcoholic, it wasn't easy for me to get away from the mentality, the lifestyle, and the feeling that I was just a bit odd for wanting to quit such a lovely habit of consuming this rotten grape juice every day, every night. But I can tell you now that my life is 100 times better without any form of alcohol in my life, physical or mental. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you find something in this video that you can use in your life, in your efforts to quit drinking. Now, remember that without change, without mind change, changing your mind first, you can't change your actions. Let me know what you think about what I've said in this video in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about anyone with experience with AA. I've already heard a lot of good and bad stuff about AA. Whatever you want to say, just say it in the comments. Has it changed your mind? Has it changed your life? If you haven't signed up for the Alcohol Mastery newsletter yet, you can do so on the website. Go to the main page on alcoholmastery.com and you'll see the sign up form there. It's free. I'll also send you a couple of books on how you can deal with stress and relax a bit more once you do stop drinking alcohol. Now you can also sign up for the newsletter in the sidebar. If you go to the blog, just click on the link and you'll find the sign up form. Again, it's absolutely free. So that's it for another video. Until next time, I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Onwards and upwards.